Well, welcome everyone. I am Edna. Today I have a wonderful guest with me, my friend Mary Elizabeth. She is the incorporated medium and she is also the face of We. Emmy, would you like to explain what that means to people, for people who have not met you yet?
First of all, I sometimes have a hard time explaining what it exactly means. So we are going to step in this moment, my dear, and we're going to speak for our divine ME. We are one, you see, with the energy of all things. We are present in this moment so that you can understand what we mean by incorporated. Incorporation means to embody as one. And ME is not a channel of we. She literally is embodied into our energy so that we may speak at will. And we will interrupt as we see. And sometimes she interrupts us too. But that's okay because sometimes she needs to feel she's in charge, you see. So that is not the reality.
Well, thank you for introducing yourself, We.
And we are, may we just add one more thing? Because some will say, who is we? We are you in all things. We are the one divine source of energy. We are the creator. We are the universe, you see. We are God, if you please. And we are here in all you do to guide you and help you through.
Thank you so much for that introduction and for being with us today. I forgot to thank you beforehand for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure to take this time to be with you and to be able to connect and share your message with the world. My first question.
The honor is ours, my dear. Go ahead.
First question. Um, Back in 2020, when the world stopped because of COVID, I guess
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people, including myself, we had what we call a moment of existential crisis of why we're here and what our purpose is. And I have had the pleasure of listening to Emmy speak a couple of times, and she has talked about the difference between purpose and destiny. Could you elaborate for us what the difference is?
You are each born with a purpose and a destiny. Your purpose, you see, is guaranteed. It is written in stone, and no matter what you do, it will come to be because your purpose is your positive impact to ensure that universal balance will be. And Dami calls that what we mean by purpose, your God's adjective, so to speak. The energy of creativity, God's creativity, the energy of joy, God's joy, the energy of discernment, God's discernment, you see. You are each given a point of energy that ensures that balance will be. As for your destiny, that is written on the wind and may or may not come to be based on your choice, your one choice of in this moment, who will I be? Your destiny is your positive impact on humanity. And the choice you bring, the only choice that free will gives you, you see, is in this moment, who will I be? Will I be one with the divine energy that is me and stand tall in my truth and integrity? Or will I allow a moment of fear and manipulation to be? That is the energy that is the opposite of faith, you see. And the more who allow manipulation to lead from a point of fear energy, the more out of balance the world becomes, you see. And the division that you currently see in your world is just showing that more and more are choosing to be in that energy.
Thank you so much. As I was listening, I was like, it's so difficult not to be in fear sometimes because, of all the media and of all the propaganda. How do we how do we discern the difference between fear and reality sometimes? Because it's kind of hard.
Here's the way to see it. Truth, my dear, does not make you clench inside. Truth does not make worry appear. Truth does not make you criticize. Do you understand what we mean? Truth is an energy that just is. It does not hurt. It does not make you mad. It does not make you sad. But when you come through to the energy of fear, it comes through in worry, in doubt, in anger, in sadness, just to name a few. The moment you feel an aggressive response, you are responding from a fear energy. And the majority of fear, you see, is taught from the time you are wee. So when you are little, you learn quickly that fear is a response to the energy that comes towards you. So what we will say, one of the things you mentioned, the news and the propaganda, stop listening, stop watching. There are other things on TV. The majority of you have those phones and many play games too. And that's all good too. But as you do, watch where you are focusing your energy. Do the games you bring make you laugh and smile and make you think? Or are they about games of war and killing and aggression, you see?
Mhm.
Choose wisely your energy. And soon what others bring will not impact you to such an extreme.
Yeah. I usually tell my family it's like garbage in, garbage out. So you know, they like to watch horror movies or, draw kind of movies, mystery movies that were they're always killing somebody. I was like, yeah, no, that's not for me. Thank you. Like, they're like, why not? It's fun. I'm like, no, I don't. Garbage in, garbage out. It's not the kind of thing, the energy I want going into me. So yeah, I get.
Exactly. And you have the choice of what it is you're allowing into your view. So
Mhm.
we applaud you for standing firm when others around you want to include you in what they do. And you know it's not cohesive with what you want to bring. So we applaud you, my dear. That can be difficult for many.
Yeah, it is at times. It is. It really is. Another question I had for you is, you talk about breaths as bringing you into connection with your higher source. But
Yes.
could you explain a little bit about how to do it? Because I mean, most of us think we're breathing, but you we've been told no, we're not doing it correctly.
Well, trust us. We've worked with ME now for a lifetime, but in breath for over 12 years. And it's not always an easy thing to do because you see it often in many things you watch that you take a deep breath in, you hold, and then you release. Well, if you think about where that release went, it literally stopped at your heart center. You'll understand what we mean. So when we ask you to breathe and to be one with the center of all things, which is divine source, you have to take a breath in and then very slowly release. And ME stopped it at her knees. We ask that you allow it to come down to your feet. So we're going to do one more with her because she was like, how long are you going to make me breathe? So we're going to do it one more time. And if you would like, join us, please. Take a deep breath and then slowly release. Feel the energy move through your body. And if you watch ME, her shoulders relax, her body curled in, her hips settled into the chair, her knees relax, her ankles too, and even her toes release the energy. And that is the space. In that breath, you see, you pull yourself into the now energy. And it is now where we exist. We do not exist in the past. We are not in the future ahead of you. We walk with you in all you do. So now is where the divine be. So bring yourself to the moment just by allowing yourself to breathe.
Yeah. I mean, I try to breathe, but sometimes it just seems to not go all the way down.
The good news is there's always a next breath for you.
That's true.
And if they're not, then guess what? You're happy as can be because then you are in the afterlife of amazing energy. We kid because you are here for quite some time, my dear. So don't even go there.
Oh, good, good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Next, another question I had for you is the power of three. I've heard you, Emmy, speak about the power of three. How would you explain that? Or what does that mean exactly?
The power of three is the divine number of all things. You understand that? So that 3 points of energy creates a divine connection that is extreme. So when you are working with others, the point of three is a good point to be. But most importantly, the power of three we utilize as we speak of what ME does as you, ME, or me, and we. But if you look about your life, the we is divine source of all things. So when you understand that in all you do, in each interaction, there is a power of three. There is you, there is your divine source of we, and there is the other in front of you. And allowing that place, that energy to be, creates a momentum of tremendous possibility. Because in each moment you are creating the reality. So when you choose to be in that presence of divine energy, if you look at religions, they too will bring forth the power of three, allowing yourself to find that space. Some can say it's you, we, and breath, you see. That is a power of mighty force of energy. Do you understand what we mean?
So you, we, and then presence.
Because the presence of you is your breath, you see. The mind is also a part of you. So when you bring that into you, the divine source, your breath, and we brings to that point of energy where the mind connects differently. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think so. Interesting. It's like I always wondered why, because I am Catholic and I was raised Catholic. It was Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm like, well, why do we have three? Like, who's that third guy? That Holy Spirit person? But now it makes sense.
Well, if you think of yourself as this point of energy, this is even a better way to say that of the power of three. And we thank you for bringing that through because in alignment with what you just brought to be, the power of three would be your Holy Spirit is your soul. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
The Father, the Creator, by the way, we say the divine feminine, you see, the Creator is the power of God, you see, or God, if you please. And the son or daughter, the child, you see, is you. Do you understand what we mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just bringing together your divine source, your human being, and your soul's energy to create an understanding within yourself of what needs to be. Does that make sense?
Oh yes, yes, that makes perfect sense. Oh yes, I like that. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we appreciate that opportunity to utilize your understanding to make it clearer for others who believe as you.
Yes. It's like that one's been puzzling me for quite some time, but thank you for explaining it that way. Now, another thing that I had a question for you, forgiveness. It's like one of the
Yes.
reasons that we're here is to learn to be forgiving. Forgiveness is not easy. How do we go about? Is there an easier way to learn to forgive others?
Well, here we're going to smile at this one because this one is easier than you believe. Let's put it that way. Forgiveness of self is the most important aspect here. Do you understand that?
Mm.
Because if you think about someone who has wronged you, what happens? You have a tendency not to beat them up so much in your mind, but why did I let that happen to me? Why did I not see their reality? Why? So who do you need to forgive? You need to forgive yourself for standing in your truth, which is what you're here to do, but taking it personally when another is not, you see. But to forgive. Forgiveness is needed for one purpose because what happens is what needs to be forgiven. Does that make sense to say?
Yes.
And we highly, highly, highly recommend that what happened yesterday is left behind. Do you understand what we mean? The
Hmm.
past is past. You should not keep bringing it up in your mind. That's just a pattern of what has been, and you create the connection that it may be again. Do you understand what we mean?
Yes.
Which is why the anger remains, which is why the pain continues, because your mind believes it'll happen again. Do you understand what we mean? You never, ever, ever have to repeat a circumstance unless you choose. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, in other words, what you're focusing on, you're bringing forward with you. So, if you have one to forgive and you keep focusing on how difficult that may be, you're going to find more and more ahead of you that reinforces that belief. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes.
So instead, what we would say to you is in the moment that you feel wronged or hurt or an unexcusable event has happened in your perception, understand too that in the next moment, it's already released. You understand what we mean? So in this moment of here and now, when you feel that energy coming through, understand that you are in a patterned response. As Emmy would say, you're in the spin cycle of the wash machine and you just keep going and going and going and going through until it's released. Well, in truth, you get to decide if that's where you want to be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Forgiveness, my dear, is really only important to forgive yourself. Do you understand what we mean?
Hmm.
What's most important for the other is to just let them be. Don't assume that's going to repeat. Don't feel you need to get retribution or they need to be punished. Because trust us when we say karma is a bitch, so to speak.
Oh, that's my favorite saying. So yes, I get that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Um, Another question I had for you is I've also heard Mary Elizabeth say 2024 is the year of more. Woo, woo.
That's Emmy getting all excited. 2024 is the year of more. It's the year of more of whatever it is you want it to be. Do you understand that? So where you focus your energy, let us just say this. If you look at the planetary influence that have come through just in the first few months, you see there has been a lot of activity aligning the planetary influence over the universal impact of each and every one of you. You understand? So, because of those influences, it is purposeful to see that 2024 is the year of more. There will be more of an expanding of energy for those such as you who connect beyond themselves, you see. There will be an unearthing of God given gifts for others too. And there will be many who feel the need to release what used to be and move forward into new. Does that make sense to say? This is the year you get to choose what more do I want to be. As a world, there will be more conflict to go through, but that does not mean that your reality cannot be different, you see. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's based on where you choose. So today we are excited to say that the abundance you seek is already in your reach. The impact, the positive impact you hope to bring is already here and it's growing exponentially. The opportunities to share the messages that come through are expanding exponentially in front of you. Do you understand what we mean?
Yes.
And for each and every one of you, you get to choose where you focus. If you focus on that that was unpleasant for you, or that forward, that what was will repeat, then you're going to have more energy of negative impact, you see. But instead, choose to believe that I am so happy and grateful now that my life is one of ease. I am so happy and grateful now for the freedom that my life brings. I am so happy and grateful now for the oneness of all things. Just in that space, you own divine grace. Do you understand that?
Yes. I truly believe every morning I wake up, I am grateful just to be here. So, yes,
Yes,
I believe
yes.
that it doesn't matter what's going on in your life because there's always stuff. There's always something to be grateful for.
Always. There is always, and from gratitude, one of the things, if you don't mind, we're just going to take an offshoot here because you mentioned that you mentioned you are grateful. When many pray and many pray every day, and in their prayers, they ask for things. They ask God to relieve their tensions. They ask God to relieve their fear. But interestingly enough, where are they focusing? On their tension, on their fear, on their lack, on their insecurity. Instead, be grateful that you know that God is here. Be grateful for the life you want to be as if it exists in this moment you see. This is the moment of creation. Now, as you said, you are grateful. We said grateful now because now is where you create from. Do you understand?
Okay, yes.
So we highly encourage you add that 3-letter word, the power of 3. Now is the moment you're creating your reality. So be grateful now. Feel the energy of gratitude. Feel the energy of joy. Feel the energy of love. Focus there, and where you focus multiplies. So 2024 is the year of more. You get to choose by where you focus your energy.
Well, okay. So just add the word now to whatever you want to bring forth, and be grateful.
And the feeling.
Yes.
If you're coming through, I am so happy and grateful now that my life is easy. Well, guess what? The universe responds to the energy, not the words. So instead, I am so happy and grateful now. And that's all you need to say. You can add what you want after, but say it in a joyful, playful way. And the universe will give you more to play, will give you more joy to be. Do you see what we mean?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, thank you. All right, I'm going to keep that in mind. I am so grateful and happy now that I get to spend some time with you, that I get to bring this to the world, and that we get to make 2024 the year of more. Thank you.
We agree.
Let's see, there was any other questions that I had for you? Oh, this one's for Emmy, because I want to speak to
Yes.
Emmy. Emmy,
We'll let her through. That's okay.
thank you. So is there a book coming, Emmy, anytime soon?
Well, there is one that exists,
Oh, okay.
but it's currently not in publication. But there is two more books that will come through in the year of 2025.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's new. That was we giving us that. There is a few new avenues that will be coming through. The books will be an expression of what it means to be one with your divine energy. And the second book that will be created from that will be a daily devotional, a tool to allow others to see, to connect to that space of creative energy. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry if we cut out.
Okay, so we have something
So
to look
yeah, I
forward to.
guess I'm writing. I guess I'm writing.
Good. Well, I can't wait for
Actually, the book,
2025.
first book will be in 2024, not 2025.
Well,
Emmy was just pushing it out because she went, huh? Ah, gotta write another one now.
well, we only have 6 months left for 2024.
Yeah, it'll come through in 2024. It's interesting. My last one came through where I published it in the month of November. So they just showed me that date again, but with a different year. So there you go.
Looking forward to it.
Who knew? It's now out in the world.
Yep. Well, I
Okay.
obviously knew since I asked the question. Somebody let me know that it
Yeah,
was
there
coming.
you go. We appreciate that.
That's wonderful. Okay, so we can expect to see a book this year and another one next year. And is there anything else that you would like to share or we would like to share?
Well, we'll start with Emmy. She is okay, she can tell you. I'm excited. I'm working on a collaboration now with a friend and a mutual friend, and she is a musician as well as a healer. But we are working on a meditative collaboration where she does the music, and I will be allowing the voice to be used for the words of we, and that will come together in combination with Layla and ME. And we are here too. We will speak, but let us just say this is going to be an interesting interplay. And many of you will be surprised at some new information that comes through. And as it does, we highly encourage you to, just because you believe something to be open to receive it differently.
Wow, okay, I look forward to that. Oh, now my interest has been piqued.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Well, one of the things that I see is we has a tendency to say, well, that may be what you have been taught previously, but it is not really the fullness of reality. So today I know I was doing a recording and they talked about healing and the need to heal the past wounds. Let us just say that. Not necessary. This is the space you create from. If you're bringing the past forward with you, that's of your choosing. Just
yeah.
let it be. Bye bye bye, as NSYNC would say.
That's true. Yeah, I could see that. Anything else? Anything else that you're working on?
We are very honored in this moment, my dear, to be with you. And we ask that you allow yourself to expand too. because in the next 3 months, be much coming through. Just say yes, yes, yes to what's in front of you. And for each and every one of you who watches this podcast, please be open to saying yes without hesitancy. For this is the year of more. The universe will bring it through. Stop judging. Stop being afraid. And just take a leap of faith, and you'll be surprised at what comes through. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us and for creating this video so that we can put it out into the world. How can people reach you or connect with you?
They can connect to my website at www.divineconnection.me. Yes, that was purposeful because I'm a little egomaniac sometimes. But it's easy to remember. Divineconnection.me, or you can reach me via text at 1-661-524-4544. And I would love the opportunity to connect you to your higher self, because that is what I do.
Beautiful. All right. I will make sure to put that in the description below so that people can contact you if they're interested in, talking to you and to help people heal.
I get to sit there and look cute.
Thank you, Mary Elizabeth. It was a joy to have you with me today.
Thank you, Edna. It was a gift. I appreciate you, my friend. Have a good one.